I guess I said look at the price way too soon because they went to the bump first and then back to me, where now I can throw it to the actual banner with the crazy price. Look at the price on this S-Mint. There we go. Look at that price for a San Francisco vintage 145-year-old coin. That is a wow. Normally, our prices, so this is AVC, best in industry, best on TV, best in the media airwaves pricing. Every blue moon on sale for $79, usually always $89. And we don't have them often because of one thing. They don't come around that often where we can make those prices work for all of us. Just the nature of the beast. Everybody else has these on a regular basis. We're going to start there at between $129 to $149 on a regular basis. Right now, 3 of the 5 people we compete with for business here on this airwave, that's where they are. The other one doesn't have it. Look at our price. And you're looking at the quality of the coin. I mean, these are early issue San Francisco strikes. They are outright gorgeous. And tonight, the tonight only price here, $69.95. So let's take a step back and just walk through the history on this one, because this is collecting history. It's holding history in your hands. And it is a marvel itself. So we have our westward movement, right? Gold in California spurs everybody to start moving in the wagon trains. The transcontinental railroad's finally there, a little bit faster than the boats all the way around the Cape. So we're moving west. And gold spurs a lot of it, right? In the process, Virginia City, Nevada, we stop and we go over at that point the Rockies and find our path. Well, we find the largest silver vein in the history of the United States there, which spurs, it's called the Comstock Lode, which spurs silver dollars back into the mainstream. For the first 75 years or so of this country of ours, we didn't have enough silver to make big silver dollars on a regular basis. We had just enough to get the small coins, which we would use more in commerce. So now we have this brand new silver supply. The silver interests petitioned the government to start striking silver dollars again. They hired George T. Morgan. They designed this beautiful piece, and the rest is history. 1878, we start striking the Morgan dollar in force. It lasted for 27 consecutive years, going into 1904. Then we had the Pittman Act, which destroyed 60% of them, helping the English during World War I. And then the leftover silver is made into Morgans again in 1921 before we could design the peace dollar, which happened late in 21, but mostly started in 1922. With all that said, we have 2 mints that struck one every year. The East Coast Mint was Philadelphia, and the West Coast Mint was San Francisco. The S Mint, that's what this one is. This is the family it's in. We also had New Orleans, the only Southern Mint. We had Carson City for a few years, and we had one Denver in 1921. That's the history of the Morgan dollar. Think about this. We struck this coin 145 years ago in San Francisco in the Mint. And this is not the Granite Lady, the surviving building of the horrible earthquake in the early 1900s in San Francisco. This is the old building. This is when they first started striking silver dollars. But look at the beauty. I mean, San Francisco is known for their quality of strike. They didn't strike a lot of the smaller coins. Philadelphia struck the half cent, the large cent. They spent the half dime, the dime. When the nickel came out, they struck the nickel. They struck a quarter, a 20-cent piece, a 50-cent piece, and now a dollar. San Francisco struck, well, the dollar and a few gold coins. Very little of anything else. So when Philadelphia is pumping out coins to feed the population, its job, San Francisco's kind of just a little bit slower, which means the quality is always better, right? Remember 2015 in the Silver Eagle, right? Our largest year ever. Almost 50 million coins were struck by the U.S. Mint. Modern day, 2015. And now look for a 70, a high quality coin. Non-existent. Because they're slapping them way faster than the which gives us just a chance to make sure they are, well, nicer. The proof is in the pudding. The high point on the reverse here is the breast feathers of the eagle. This is just one random coin from the rolls we picked up at the last show. And look at the detail. Look at the open fields. I mean, you can see every feather. Whether it's tail feathers, whether it's the wings themselves, whether it's the neck rufflage, and or the breast feather is the high point. On the obverse, it's above the ear where the detail is better, because that's the high point and it kind of always looks soft, but that's the way the coin was struck. But the depth and the word liberty across their brow. The open fields. Beautiful uncirculated coins. So again tonight, our regular price, $79.89. We're $10 under our special prices tonight, which is why the tonight only banner is up. Buy one, buy many. Yes, thank you, Hunter, on that one. Multiples are more than welcome. We have a set. Our rule traditionally always is, and I can't remember the last time I broke the rule, is we have X quantity of coins going up tonight in this category for this 7 or 8 minute conversation. And when we're done, we're on to the next one. So if somebody wants 3 or 5, because that's what they like to do, we're happy to work with you. No different than if you're buying one. Thank you again. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please, because I think we might be that close. A few people bought 10s. Thank you. But when we find these original rolls, and they just look gorgeous like this, we just have to talk about them. And it's about how you buy something which makes our opportunity available as well. Not $129 to $149 like all of our competitors. We're at $69.95 for a 145-year-old original Morgan dollar. The Morgan dollar that existed the year we started making the Panama Canal. The Morgan dollar that existed when James Garfield was sworn into office. The year that we had electricity for the first time in Wabash, Indiana. That's when this coin was struck. And tonight, look at that price. $69.95 brings it home. I love it. I hope you do as well. But it is time for me to be moving on. That's why we call this segment The Daily Deal.